Welcome, friends, to the Hypocrites and Hypochondriacs podcast, Friday Self-Care Edition. Join us on a journey as we navigate through becoming to being all we were created to be. I'm your host, Antea Evelina, and I am excited about today's journey. Well, welcome back to Self-Care Friday, friends, where the best care is self-care. The title of today's episode is Rise and Shine. Remember our last Self-Care Friday called FaceTime? We talked about the self-care routine that we would take up at the end of the day when we ask ourselves several questions and we just analyze the day, we just process the day, we decompress. But then we reset the day and we prepare to start over. And so that's where we left off on last week, where we talked about how we're going to rise and shine in the meditations that we're going to bring into the new day. Well, let me tell you this, rise and shine is a biblical statement. And it's not just for the benefit of us, but like I always say, it's for the benefit of others. Think about the sun. The sun, it shines on the just and the unjust. Everybody benefits from the light and the warmth of the sun. And that goes the same for you. Okay, so friends, this rise and shine statement is so powerful. When you look up the definition of rise, it talks about coming from a low place or coming from laying down. And if you know anything about the Hypocrites and Hypochondriacs podcast, hypo means low and under and beneath. And so that is why one of our sayings is don't believe the hypo. Don't think less of yourself. We need to rise up in our thinking, rise up in our stature, rise up in the way that we live our lives and the way that we see ourselves. So to rise and to shine is not just to come from a sleepy place to a awake place, is to come from a low place to a high place. And it's literally, meaning, of course, to rise and shine in the morning. It's a great way to preface your day and say, when I get up in the morning, I'm going to rise and then I'm going to shine. And by shining, that is saying that your day is going to be a successful day, that you're going to radiate throughout the day. And that is a big statement. But it also is something that is not just literal. It's also something mental. We need to rise and shine in our thought life. We need to rise and shine in our emotions. We need to rise and shine in our spiritual life. And then, of course, we need to walk that out in our lives. But everything happens from the inside out. So, of course, if you are rising and shining in those areas that I just mentioned, you are going to rise and shine in your day-to-day life. It's all about the reset. It's all about that nighttime routine that we talked about in FaceTime, where you reset the day and then you start the morning with morning meditations. And so each day is going to bring its own challenges. And that is why the reset is so necessary. And that's why the morning meditation is so necessary, because life is not easy and we can't predict what's going to happen from day to day. But what we can do is we can have a self-care routine that will help us to navigate through those obstacles that may come in life. All right, loved ones, it is application time. I have come up with 12 affirmations, meditations, declarations that we are going to launch into our new day when we wake up in the morning. Starting off with the very first one is, I am grateful to be alive. I am ready to start the day. I gladly accept every challenge that life unfolds. I choose to focus on the positive. I am filled with an abundance of happiness. I am calm and at peace. I am worthy of success and wealth. I believe in myself and my capabilities. I am becoming a better version of myself every day. Today, I will enjoy every moment to the fullest. Today, I will be kinder, smarter, and wiser. And lastly, I honor my responsibilities with joy. Now, friends, I came up with this list. But what would make this even more powerful is if you added your own to it or you customized your own based off of your lifestyle. But please use this to enter into your new day where you will have fresh and new opportunities to start anew and fresh. And I even say at some point in the day where you feel like, oh man, I've gotten off to a bad start, start your declaration over again because these are declarations, meditations, and affirmations. Launch those into your day. You create your world with your words. Your words frame your atmosphere, they frame your world. So you can say this 3 times a day. You can say it at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but use it throughout your day. All right, friends? Okay. So I hope that you're subscribed. I hope that you're enjoying these episodes. And I hope to see you on next week. Until then, be